Hey guys, so I want to deal with something here real quick and then not talk about this again. And I know most of you, the overwhelming majority of you watching this, are smart enough to understand this point. But there are some of you who aren't. Or maybe you're just dishonest people. Just nasty, dishonest people. That could be too. As we've just learned, this country is full of really horrible people. So those of you who don't get this point, you could be one of those. Anyways, this has to do with the outcome of the election. Now, as you know, I really believed that Kamala Harris was going to win. And I explained to you in several videos why I thought that was. And it wasn't just on polls, because largely the polls showed the race tied. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't believe them. Because they're wrong almost every time. And if they're all telling me that the race is tied, that leads me to believe that the race is probably not tied and that someone's leading. And I explained to you many times why I thought that Kamala Harris was leading and was going to win the election based on lots of information that we had at our disposal. Well, turns out I was wrong. Turns out a lot of us were wrong. Which is why one of the reasons people were so upset on election day when we found out is because so many of us expected her to win. One of the reasons we were wrong is, frankly, we thought too highly of the American people. At least I did. I'll speak for myself. Which is strange because I don't have a terribly high opinion of the intelligence or the decency of the American people. Sorry for this wind. Wasn't windy when I came out here. That always seems to be the case. Anyway, I don't have a tremendously high opinion about the intellect and the decency of the American people. And yet, even so, I still overestimated their intelligence and decency. It's just hard to believe after all that's happened, they would honestly elect in big numbers a fascist criminal who promises to overthrow the Constitution, use the military against people. His former chief of staff and other members of his cabinet say that he's a fascist, and yet they voted for him. Yeah, what are you going to do? So anyways, so I was wrong thinking that she was going to win. But knowing how people are, especially people on social media, I knew that if I said I think she's going to win, and then she didn't win, which of course was always a possibility, I'd get people afterwards commenting on my videos and elsewhere saying, "You lied, you were wrong, you don't know what you're talking about, you lied to us." So I went out of my way in all of those videos to make clear, although why should I have to make this clear? But I went out of my way to make clear that this is just my opinion, my guess, based on this information that leads me to think she's going to win. But I don't know for sure. And I've said many times, the only way I could know for sure who's going to win the election is if I know how 150 million strangers across the country are going to vote. And of course, that's impossible to know. Nobody knows that. And you know what? Nobody ever knows for sure how an election's going to come out. Now, people will guess. People always guess. You know, polls and all this, that's what it's all about, trying to determine who we think's going to win. But nobody knows for sure. Some of those people will end up being right, and some will end up being wrong. But even the people who were right, they didn't know for sure any more than the people who were wrong. It's just not possible to know for sure. So I went out of my way to say this every single time, because I know how people are. And yes, I'm talking to the stupid people in this audience, who I know are a very small minority. But I knew that people like that would react in the way that they did. But I shouldn't have to do that. But I did. And even still, even after going out of my way every single time to make it clear that I don't know for sure, I still got the comments that I was trying to avoid, accusing me, and I know a lot of other people on YouTube and elsewhere who thought Kamala Harris was going to win, are getting the same kind of crap. That we lied to them. That's not lying, that's just getting it wrong. That's, we guessed wrong. That's like saying, you know, in my opinion, I think the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. If the Lions don't win the Super Bowl, are you going to accuse me of lying about that? No. So why the hell would you accuse me of lying about an election that I guessed about? I explained to you why. Anyway, it's just really annoying. And here's the thing. This channel, I'm trying to create here an audience of smart people. I'm not interested in having the stupid and nasty people in this audience. I'm not trying to appeal to everybody. I'm not a politician. As you'll know, if you watch my video, What Went Wrong, which I highly suggest you do, I explained that you should assume that most Americans are blithering idiots and campaign to them as such. Do not assume that they know things, because most of them don't. But I'm not running for office, and I'm not really interested in cultivating an audience that I have to treat like morons. Okay? I'd rather have smart people here. I'd rather have a smaller group of smart people who watch my videos and engage with them than just a much bigger smattering of assorted idiots that stumble upon my videos and leave their asinine comments. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in serious people. And to that end, I am honest with you. I don't lie about anything. I tell you my honest opinion. And I expect the same from the kind of audience that I'm trying to cultivate here. Now, for someone to accuse me of lying about, you told me she was going to win. If that's the kind of a moron you are, then this is not the channel for you. And the reason I wanted to make this video is sort of like a warning, really. I'm putting you on notice that I'm not interested in having those kind of people on this channel. And really, you should think about it if you make these comments to other people who are wrong. And you know what? Most of us in this audience, we're wrong about it. I mean, most of you thought she was going to win too, which is why you're so damn upset that this happened. We were all wrong. Anyway, so it's sort of like putting you on notice, because I have no tolerance for those kinds of people, the dishonest people, because you're just dishonest. If you're accusing me of lying to you because I thought Kamala Harris was going to win, then you're just a dishonest person, or you're just a breathtaking idiot. Do I really have to explain to an adult human being that if I tell you I think Kamala Harris is going to win, that's not a guarantee? It's a guess? I mean, do I really have to explain it? If I really have to explain that, and then if I end up being wrong, you think I lied to you, then this is not the channel for you, and I don't want you here. Okay? So, if you're going to go into the comments section and say, unsubscribed, I don't care. Good. Every one of you morons who are going to unsubscribe because you think I lied to you when I was wrong about the election, or if you're mad that I'm calling you out now about that, then go. Good riddance. I don't want you here. You are not the kind of audience I'm targeting, because I don't want to have to dumb down everything for you idiots. You understand? The people in this audience, I want to be smart enough that I don't have to dumb shit down. Okay? And you morons drag the rest of us down. So good riddance, go, goodbye. Go off to wherever you want to go. Don't care. So anyways, that's that. Just wanted to put that out there. I'm not going to talk about this again. And if I see those kinds of people, if you come at me with that crap, I'm just blocking you. And that's it. And then you can just go be mad about it somewhere. I really don't care. So that's it. The rest of you, I'm glad that you're here, and I know you're smart enough to understand all this stuff, and you didn't need it explained to you. And so, putting this to rest, the next thing I want to focus on, and I'm going to do my next video on this, is next steps. What the hell do we do now that Donald Trump is going to be president? And as you know, I am pretty pessimistic about our near-term future. I mean, I don't know how you can be anything other than pessimistic about it. I think we have major problems. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. This is not going to be easy to try to persevere and prevent our Constitution from being thoroughly gutted and America turned into, you know, some sort of MAGA authoritarianism. So it's not going to be easy. The easy thing was, you know, what we should have done on Tuesday, but we didn't. So now it just got a whole hell of a lot harder. But that being said, there are things we can do. And there are reasons for optimism, things looking into the future that can go our way and that we need to work towards. And really, we need to hit the ground running. Certainly, we need to be getting on this the second Donald Trump is sworn in, but really before. We need to just dust ourselves off and get after it, because there are things we can do, and I want to start talking about some of those things. So that's what my next video is going to be about. If you are a serious person, you're not a moron, and you're not a lying sack of crap like some of the people I've been describing in this video, then I hope you will watch my upcoming videos. I hope you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos, so that we can have some serious discussions about what we do and what's going on in the news and all of it. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.